Sam Daly, episode 1. Obviously recently come back to the club. A little bit of time away. How's life back in the southwest?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm glad to be back, to be honest. Working down here now, and obviously playing. So it's been nice. A bit of change of lifestyle, being from full time to semi-pro. But yeah, I'm enjoying all facets of life. So
Happy days.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that. Obviously working as a barista.
Working in specialty coffee. It's just is exactly that. Just pouring coffees is what I enjoy. It's a simple life, but bloody good one.
Getting pretty good at it as well.
Yeah. Getting there.
Seen a few of your questionable coffee arts.
Yeah,
some questionable
couple
shapes.
of swans, a couple of other objects.
We won't go into that. It's only the morning. How are you finding the work-life balance in terms of obviously rugby as well?
Yeah, there was an adjustment, being on your feet long hours and then having to get yourself ready for training, compared to obviously waking up fresh and having a full day of training. But yeah, the body quickly adjusts, and it's just about getting your head around it. But so many people do it, you can't mind.
Not moaning.
You just got to get on with it. But it's fine. Yeah.
Happy days. And a little bit about your time away. Little stint in Scotland and then in the champ as well. How was that?
Yeah, it was good. Getting a wide education for rugby as well. It's pretty underappreciated by a lot of lads.
Absolutely.
Going to different teams, but completely different leagues as well. You learn a lot of things. You learn a lot of detail and pick up different skills along the way. And obviously, you try and pick up the best ones from that. So yeah, it's good to experience some of those things, and again meeting new lads at different rugby clubs. You've always got some sort of family going on, so it's a great thing to do, and I'd recommend it to any and all the lads around here that want to get out.
Happy days. And in terms of the main sort of differences between those leagues, coming back to Nat one, obviously you had time in Nat one before. What would you say now? You're a little bit older, a bit more experienced. What do you say the main sort of differences are?
Up in Scotland, it was interesting. It was almost like a university league. It was very skillful but very fast paced, and it was probably lacking in physicality compared to the likes of Nat 1 in the Championship. And then Championship is such a historical league in the way that they play as well. So big, massive emphasis on set piece, but then also massive physicality as well. So bringing that has certainly added to my game. And definitely noticed coming back in, just that being able to have that physical edge at times has really helped. So again, like I said, it's almost an education in itself, playing in different leagues and learning different styles of play.
No, happy days. And I guess talking about that sort of physicality side of things, you've probably done your fair share of carrying over the last couple of weeks. How's the body holding up?
Yeah, it's the most rugby I've played in a long time. This is the eighth game in a row now, and obviously playing big minutes within those games. So I'm certainly enjoying it. And it's good to finally get a bit of robustness in myself. It's something I've struggled with in previous season and at previous clubs. There's a little bit of injury, so it's actually I'm just taking each game as it comes as such, and enjoying the fact that I'm actually getting those minutes.
Yeah, nice. And have you enjoyed sort of stepping up into that probably more of a leadership role than you would have had before? Obviously, captain the side, vice captain as well, and just a general leader. Yeah,
definitely. And all credit to the boys for welcoming me back into that role, really, because obviously coming back in on a short term contract, a lot of lads could have got the hump about it, but no, everyone's been super welcoming. They've adjusted really well, and I hope so have I, to the role. And the squad is young, so it's strange for me. I said in the previous interview that coming back as a senior player almost, and obviously I'm only 25, but getting on. But even still, in this squad, it is classed as a senior player just due to the age variety. So having that role is again fairly new experience for me, but one I'm relishing.
And what are your thoughts on the new lads? Any that have stood out? Any to watch?
I think the new lads come in, like the three Met boys that have come in, added loads of energy to the squad. They've got a good bit of crack about them as well. So shout out to them lads. Jensen and Morgs added some personality to the group, that's for sure. maybe not in the brains department, especially Morgs.
Nah, detracted from that.
Yeah, but certainly got a good bit about him. But yeah, I think Morgs is looking really good out there, and it was good to have him on the pitch for the first time last week.
Yeah,
starting. So yeah, and I think he's been going really well.
Absolutely. No, it's been a really good sort of environment. I think the young boys definitely appreciate having you back in. Obviously, someone who's played at a higher level as well.
Yeah,
boys would definitely look up and aspire to sort of that. Obviously, we want to touch on last week as well. You've obviously been popular signing with the boys and the fans, but getting to 50 games last weekend after a bit of time away.
Yeah,
got to be buzzing with that.
Absolutely. I think it goes again. I think it's underappreciated. Like at times, just getting a sort of milestone. Like you realise that you do actually have an impact on the club. Like you've been around for a long time. And again, like those 50 games for me, they came almost at 10 games a season at one point because I struggled so much with injury. Like, so for me to get it took about five seasons to do so. But at the same time, I'm equally as proud to get it. It's not all about those 200 caps and 150 that like some of the boys like has, but and Pulley. However, like yourself, you've got your 50th coming up soon as well. So
in about 3 hours.
Yeah. Just like be proud of what it is.
No, absolutely. And obviously fair few of you down watching last weekend.
Yeah.
That was a little meal afterwards.
Absolutely.
Turned up pretty
I embarrassed myself a little bit, made myself pretty outrageously drunk, but and the only one to do so as well. So I'm sure the family appreciated that. Yeah. So I was in full form. But no, it was great to have everyone there and have the opportunity to celebrate with everyone was like really fantastic. And and again, do it at my the club where I started my career is quite the privilege, really.
Very nice to have like your family probably enjoying having you back as well.
Yeah, no, they can see that I'm enjoying my rugby at the moment as well, which obviously, particularly like my mum and my girlfriend, that's what they want to see most is I'm enjoying myself and getting along at Plymouth. So
it's nice the sort of the off-field side of things at the club as well. I think that's been a big push over the last sort of couple of years.
Yeah, as people know that Plymouth's had its difficulties at times on and off the pitch. So it seems that they're really getting things right at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think it shows in the results. I think it shows in the attitude of the boys and the togetherness of the group. There's no divide between the off-field staff and the on-field staff and everywhere else, really. So yeah, it's great to see, and again, it makes your job so much easier when you're not having to worry about anything off or on the field.
I don't know how much rugby the girls watch sometimes, mind. But just on sort of this season and how we've gone so far. So what are your thoughts on how we've started the league, and then obviously with a view to the next couple of games? How can you see it sort of going for us, and how do you think it's gone?
Yeah, I think it's going really well. But what I really like is the attitude of the lads is that we're definitely not satisfied yet. Like 3 games that we've won, pretty convincingly, I'd say. Like some results might say otherwise, but like the Stortford one, but even still, never felt like we lacked control in that game. And we're starting to build momentum. But again, like I said, there's definitely a hunger within the club to build on that, and that's all we can ask for is just to keep wanting to improve and then let the points speak for themselves.
Absolutely.
If hopefully we end up in that top half of the table, but again, we've just got to focus on. It's a bit of a cliche, but focus on what's happening now and take each game as it comes. And again, in week to week, we just have to improve.
That's it. No, spot on. And in terms of the wider league, it's been quite interesting this year. Obviously, a few new teams coming up from Nat 2 and going well. Yeah. How can you see the sort of wider league sort of shaping up?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a few teams throwing a spanner in the works, that's for sure. Obviously, I think it was Sedgley that went up to Richmond and done a number on them. So it's interesting. And all it does is it makes the league competitive.
That's it.
Which is what we want. You don't want people coming in from Nat 2 getting pumped, and you don't want people coming down from the champ and winning everything. So it adds that sort of heat to the league that everybody wants, and the league really needs, to be honest, because it's a good advocate for rugby itself, as we all know that rugby's been struggling, but the lower leagues have still got something to say.
That's it. Absolutely. And just anything else you want to add to the to sign us off?
No, I'm happy to have like such a player like Wilco, just in my team again, you know, hiding behind 7 blokes and scoring a try and
taking the glory
and seeing how talented he is sign him up.
Some great youngsters. Thanks, Sammy. Really appreciate that.
Cheers, Phil.
Nice one.